Hello, everybody. My name is Master Chen.
This is Doxy.
This is Zanify.
And I'm Mike Ockerts.
And you are either watching or listening to episode 189 of Greynoise, the podcast with all of us on it tonight. How long has it been since we've had that? We'll find out in a second because... It's been way longer than 2 weeks. Anyway, we'll get to that. We are here live at the Sin Shop because it is Friday night, just shortly after 7:30. The address is 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in Henderson, Nevada. We are still the Las Vegas Valley hackerspace. I haven't seen Crux in a while. Could I say that maybe he's lost? No?
I'll let you.
Was he here last week?
Crux is avoiding us, if I could say
Because
that.
of me.
Probably.
Right? All right, anyway.
He knew you were coming back.
Yeah. Go to sinshop.org for information on the shop and what we do here. Go to meetup.com/sinshop for classes that we have going on. It is closer to the end of the month, so a board meeting is up in the near future. And right after that board meeting, we have the spring soiree, which is basically a barbecue or maybe some pizza and,
There's me
hackers.
pizza. Too fucking lazy for
Will
grilling.
there be pizza for me?
No, because sadly you're wearing the shirt that I don't want you to wear.
Are you gonna show up?
So we're gonna just order nothing but cheese pizza.
I will show up if there's cheese-less pizza.
Like margarita pizza?
Well, yeah.
Margarita still has cheese.
Margarita has
on it.
cheese on it.
Does it? Oh, I don't know.
What? How do you? It's a traditional Italian. Oh my god.
I don't know. Okay, well, anyway, let's get past the details here. Go to... Come on, guys, we haven't got past the intro. Go to Greynoise, GREYNOI.se for information on us. Remember that we don't talk shit about Sweden, so we can still use that domain, I
Great
think.
furniture.
For now, yes.
What podcast number is it?
We are episode... I said 189.
I know. I'm not questioning you. I just asked you a question because the last time all four of us were here together was 182.
Oh, shit, it's been 7 episodes?
Yeah.
Without
It was
all of us together.
February 1st.
It doesn't seem that long, but you know what? You guys do look a little different.
Older.
Together.
Older. Wiser.
Wiser, more mature.
Mature. Mature even.
Mature.
You know, when I first heard it pronounced that way, I think it low-key pissed me off. Like, I was like, mature. Like, what the fuck is that? Anyway.
That makes sense. Wrinkly. How dare you, Muffins?
How dare he?
How dare you?
All right, so what's going on with everybody?
This was the most non-eventful week I've had in a very long time, and that's all I have to say about it.
I was going to say, if you're going to tell us about it, that's going to be kind of counterintuitive, but okay.
Shut your mouth.
Zenify?
I was traveling all week.
Oh, that's your favorite thing, right? You love traveling.
Shoot, I do like traveling, but
Did you have any good... Well, I don't care about the food and stuff. Okay,
no,
never mind.
No, actually, I did.
Yeah, good food.
It was pizza though.
Yeah, it was pizza. I know, because I saw the picture and I was like,
it looked fucking delicious.
how much
right?
do I not give a fuck about this right now?
Everybody loved that pizza.
I bet they fucking did.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It was so good. Green
All right,
Pie
so let's
pizza's
go
an
from the
anniversary.
angry side of the table to maybe the more chipper side.
Man, I got a secret plan in the works, and I think it's going to actually fucking work. I will announce it, but I can't yet.
Is this a
Is
secret?
it
Is
for
this a
the
secret
podcast?
plan?
It's not for the podcast. No, it's
Oh,
for
For the shop?
All right.
no, it's for work life. But
It's super under wraps.
yeah, when I get there, it's gonna be cool.
Real cool. How was your week, Master Chen?
It was good, and I do apologize for missing last week. I completely did not plan that.
Yeah,
there was
dude.
just some
Sure
things
you
I had to
did.
take care of.
You're a liar.
So,
He's been saying that all week, but I still don't believe him.
No, I was literally looking. I was
asked
like, yes,
him
yes,
to
and
send
then like
proof, and he wouldn't. So
Right. Like, I had been asking him all week. We went to lunch, and I was like, hey, Chen, like, what happened? He's like, I can't talk about it.
Hey man, look, some
That's-
some ninja things are still done in the shadows.
Lies. Lies are done in the shadows. Okay, anyway, moving on.
All right.
I believe that may be isn't move in silence. That may in fact be one of the first of the 10 crack commandments. So I mean, I understand.
what
Did you say
commandments?
10 crack?
Crack
the
commandments?
10 crack. You guys have never heard that song?
I've
what's
heard. I just didn't expect that reference.
Come
and
on.
that was,
Wait, what's the 10 crack commandments?
Notorious B.I.G. Like way back.
Oh, fuck.
It is not for. We'll talk about it after this.
Okay,
there you
that's
go.
fair.
That
All right.
works.
All right.
Great. Now I just lost my train of. Oh no, I have a bone to pick with somebody here in the audience. I'm not going to name them out loud, but apparently, yeah, you can hear them laughing. So earlier today, a link was shared, and I was called out on this one. So at first I didn't know how to take it, and then I was like, wait a minute, am I this fucking guy? Anyway, the article says
Rule number 2. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Rule number 2 of the 10 rules of crack.
Don't look it up right
Don't
now.
look it up
Finish
right
your
now.
article,
Finish your
dude.
thing.
No,
Sorry.
I'm not googling it right now.
You are.
All right. Anyway, the article is sacked IT guy annihilates 23 of his ex-employer's AWS servers.
Why'd you do that?
I didn't, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Can't believe
I don't know
they do
how
shit.
that was referenced to me. I don't know.
They were
Actually, can you come to the community mic and no?
Yeah, because I feel like they were saying that it wasn't about you specifically. It was about.
No, I know,
like,
but the way I took it, I was like, wait, what the fuck?
They were saying more as a defensive security thing. I think they were saying it in your favor.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
I think.
Now, before we get you on, remember, okay, so AWS stands for, hold on, I should know this. Hold on, I've been drinking.
AWS stands for.
Hold on.
You've had what is this? What is this?
He's
A
just
Bud Light,
He's got
and he doesn't know what AWS
barely
is.
a fifth of the way
hold
through.
You know what his
Hold on.
job
Give me a
is? It's to
fucking
do with AWS.
AWS.
Holy shit.
No.
AWS.
Yes, I know. Hacker Jeopardy, right?
Wait, no. I really want to.
give him
I
more
really
time.
want to know.
What
Do
the
you know
fuck
what
are the
AWS
words?
stands
Yes,
for?
Amazon Web Services. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
geez.
Now,
Oh,
I was about to say.
boy. Oh my god.
He goes, oh.
Okay, I was about to say AWS stands for Oz, but no. Anyway,
Get out. Okay,
I'm
get
joking.
out.
Amazon Web Services. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I've been kind of doing that for the last 2 months. Anyway, Community Mic
For
is
his
brought-
daily profession.
for my daily profession. The Community Mic is brought to you by Chenbox Development. Go ahead.
So Chen took it as in he was the one who got fired and then torched down 23 servers, but it wasn't. It was he would be the one that would happen to, so be careful. And then he went off on it, and then he just forgot what AWS was. So I can kind of rest my case.
It totally wasn't Chen. He was nowhere near the building.
Oh yeah,
Chen
we have no
doesn't-
proof that it's Chen, so don't go after
They have
him.
no proof. That's right.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I thought that I was on the other end of
Wait,
the whole
so
thing.
you were saying more like a thing to protect yourself against
Exactly.
from a scrupulous employee.
It was all them just not doing stuff correctly security wise.
Yeah, well, the dude had credentials to one of his colleagues' accounts, and he just logged in that way because the company did disable him. Like they,
Well,
went
yeah,
through
but,
the
like,
proper-
they didn't have
but-
any like secondary like
Yeah.
two-factor authentication.
the
It was
dude
just, oh, I know his password.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
just
burn
didn't.
down everything he can touch.
He's
I
like, hey,
can't
remember that
believe
server
that.
you built? Go fuck yourself.
Pretty much. And then Chen took it the wrong way.
There's
And
so-
he just forgot AWS.
I know.
We're not going to let him forget that.
Because Chen knows what he's capable of. Okay, I just wanted to say.
I know,
that for
no,
the
I think
crowd.
I'm
What
mad.
he
I'm
means
like,
is he already
yeah.
did it twice.
No.
Rebuilt them before
no,
they
no,
knew.
quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. First of all, thank you for even thinking that I could be capable of doing such things.
What he means is thank you
I
for
want to put
thinking
on
of
Doxy
him.
said that.
Yeah.
not me.
But
Thank
also,
you,
thank you, next.
two, to even think that I'm skilled enough to pull something like that off. Obviously, I don't even know what the fuck AWS stands for.
Aw. It's not that hard to delete.
Actually, we have,
an EC2 instance.
In the live stream, we have Amazon Wolf Services, I guess, from the audience. So there's that. Anyway,
Advanced warning system. I like
so I haven't read the article yet because I stormed off and had to take a 20-minute walk and cool down. But I will
and
read
then
that.
he went home because it's Friday.
And then I went home because it's Friday. So I will read that article and respond properly on the channel. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's because you're not on Discord. Go to Discord. No, wait. Go to Greynoise/Discord. Join the Discord channel. We chat all week. As some of our new listeners and viewers might know, we're on there all week at all times of the day.
That's true.
I'm up at 2 a.m. if you're into that nightlife.
Doxy
Are
after
you still
hours.
doing that?
Why would I not be up at 2 a.m.? That's not a thing for people to know. Okay.
So
I'm
Okay.
up at 4 a.m. because that morning life.
No, thank you.
all right, do you guys have another article you want to talk about?
So it's a very short thing, but it seemed very interesting to me. So we've all talked about, I've talked about it a lot, that new Netflix show, Love, Death, Robots.
Dude, it's super good.
Super good.
Super
We're not
good.
going to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen all the episodes, but I will say that I didn't realize this upon watching it because it's not a thing that's ever been done before. But Netflix is showing the episodes in different order for different viewers.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So when I say episode 2, it's not your episode.
It's not
2.
my episode 2. Technically. So what they're doing is sort of an A/B testing so that there are 4 different iterations of the episodes that they're just showing to viewers. Because I was talking to a coworker today. I had been telling him to watch it also. And I was like, oh, episode 1, when these things happen, he's like, that's not the show I watched. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, that's episode 1. And then he told me it's episode 1. I was like, that's my episode 7, dude. And so I looked it up. Netflix is doing some weird trial where they're displaying the episodes in different orders for different viewers. Initially, it was thought to be whether you were whatever. I'm not even gonna say that because it's stupid. But
Yeah.
it's you saw
Yeah.
you saw the article.
How you identify it.
How you identify it.
But that's not,
How you identify
that's not
like,
what's going on.
gender-wise?
No,
Or
how you identify sexuality, like
Yeah,
homosexual.
Right, but why would that have anything? Well, okay.
Because there was a researcher who was watching it and they had the same experience and they were like, oh, they're showing me. So there's one episode where there is a lesbian encounter.
I think that would be my episode 1, but the fighter
That was my
that
that was my episode 1 as well. That was mine too.
was your second one the
Yeah,
three
so you guys
robots?
are both lesbians.
Yes. Yeah. So obviously I'm a hardcore lesbian, you know. No big deal.
I mean,
But that's what the researcher initially thought was that it was based on their sexual preferences.
But he debunked it.
Netflix did
Oh, okay,
because they don't know and or store that information. So what it is it's we'll get back to the laugh in a second. But what it is, it's a set of testing where they're doing 4 different streams of episodes that are all in different orders, and they're showing that to different consumers. So ours were the same, but my coworkers wasn't because our episode 1 was his episode 3. Our episode 7 was his 1. If I can't hear you, but you come to the mic and we can talk about it. And just it's in general out of order. So according to Netflix, there's 4 different ways to view the series. That's dependent upon their A/B testing, depending on how they want to show it to you, not based on your profile at all. Like, it's nothing about how you're viewing shows. It's like what they think you want to watch, or maybe I don't know. But
so here's my question: why?
That's my question too.
You already bought Netflix. Why?
Because maybe they're trying to see how likely people are to finish shows as opposed to just starting and then never watching it. Because think about so the episode we watch.
Oh, aren't you guys surprised that I'm watching the show?
Okay, that's super surprising in any realm. Okay,
That's true.
Hey, maybe it's the way that they ordered my
Okay,
episodes.
so think about our first episode, like how shocking it was in the last whatever. And maybe they're like, okay, if they like this, maybe they'll like these other shows, so they can further tailor shows to our viewing habits. Like, so I pretty much binged the show. Excuse me, after watching it, like I didn't watch it all in one night.
Well, okay, to be fair, those episodes are like 6 to 15 minutes.
It's pretty awesome.
Like it's actually cool.
And which is a good test bed for an experiment because you have to wait for someone to watch an hour-long episode. It's like, hey, this episode's 7 minutes. They're gonna get through that super quick. So if you watch that one episode and you're like, this is fucking crazy, I don't want to watch any more of this, and then you just never watch it again, they're like, okay, don't show this person extremely intense things initially. They like a slow
Ease
roll
them
into it.
yeah.
Ease them into it.
Right.
But otherwise, if someone's like that first episode was so fucking intense and I loved it, and they immediately binge the rest of it, they're like, we can show them intense shit, and they'll be more likely to watch those shows.
It intrigued
That's
them.
It
interesting.
intrigues them. Maybe
Or
I
if
don't
it's-
know.
Yeah, or if it's intense with a lot of blood and gore, they stop at episode 1, like don't finish the series.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
And I don't know because I don't fucking work for Netflix. But I'm saying that's like my super like.
That would make sense, actually. I can see that.
Because so their first episode was my coworker's first episode was Aquila Rift, which is not
Which is the
it's
one?
Aquila Rift.
Is that that's the one with the robot? The
No. That's the one. That's the one with the people. They're on like a crater. They're going to, and then they end up somewhere.
They end up somewhere else, and it's
right.
oh
Yes, that's Aquila
man,
Rift.
that was
that was sorry. I'm trying
Sorry.
not to give spoilers.
Yeah,
it's very difficult.
You're
That-
trying so hard right now.
Shut the fuck. So that was my so that was my coursework episode. And so maybe it's assuming that like, okay, so we can show me a super intense episode, and that one's like more of a mind fuck.
It is, yeah.
Because the first one was kind of a mind fuck, but not so much. It was more like a
See, I saw the first surprise at the end. I saw that coming, like from a mile away. I was like, I know what she's gonna do.
Oh, I'm dumb. I didn't see shit
Yeah.
coming. I was watching. I was like, oh shit! Like they're
The
doing these
thing.
things. I was like, what's gonna happen? And as it was happening, if you could see me as I watch shows, I'm so fucking dumb. My face is like a child's face.
Why don't we
I'm
do
so
a reaction
incredulous.
video with Doxy watching like
Because it would be so boring. Okay, that's number
Yeah,
one.
reaction. Yeah,
No,
they
we're not gonna do
no
it.
like cut it to like cool parts, but like I
Like
want to
what,
see me
like your face when I had the shirt on.
yes. Sorry, I didn't mean to get loud, but god damn it, yes.
All right, but no. So I think it is an interesting theory about people and their viewing habits versus like. So there's some shows like I know I talked a lot about with other people about the show Russian Doll and how they were sort of turned off at first. Like it wasn't a show that engaged them at first, but like as they watch more episodes, like oh now I'm into it. And that's a serialized show, so you can't really watch it out of order.
Yeah.
But Black Mirror, for instance, like there are some episodes
Yeah,
of
you
Black
can watch
Mirror
that completely out of
that
order.
are like very intense or very depressing, for lack of a better term, and some episodes that are like fucking like gory, not gory, but like they make you feel a certain way, and they could be better tailoring those to people in the future. Because like each Black Mirror episode is 45 minutes to like an hour and a half, depending on the episode. Yeah. These episodes were all from 7 to 15 minutes. Yeah, and that's easy to digest.
Do you think if they have a good analysis on you, like that they would completely leave out episodes in this series because they just think you have no idea and care for it? I mean,
I don't think so.
Doubt it.
I don't think so. I don't think they're removing content. They're just better tailoring content to you. Because like if you're super into lesbian sex, they're like, obviously they want this one first. If you watch a lot of movies with lesbian or homosexual relationships, like this dude and or girl really likes this shit, they're gonna be engrossed immediately with this first episode. Otherwise, they're kind of like probably not the best thing for them.
For everybody that kept watching Sense8 after the schlorp scene.
I have not seen that show at all. Not even one episode.
If you had, you'd know the schlorp.
Community Mike.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Community Mike.
So I doubt they would like not show episodes, but they would probably put some kind of warning like, hey, you've skipped 20 things that had this exact same thing happen. Maybe don't watch this. Because they would want you to like...
You know what?
To have access to it, because that's more time you spend on their platform.
Right.
But they also don't want to make it so that you're halfway through an episode and you get up, leave, take a walk, and never come back.
That's me every time I watch a Black Mirror episode.
Well, no, so...
Every single episode, I get up and take a walk because I can't handle it.
Community Mike brings up a good point, though, because like, how many times have we talked about Black Mirror, and there are people who are like, you know what, I never watched that episode, or I never watched it because the first episode was about pig fucking.
Hey, you ruined it.
So fucking spoilers, dude.
Spoilers.
No, it totally doesn't matter. No,
3 weeks, dude.
Way after
3 weeks. Way after 3 weeks.
Oh my God, is that Magic Dave?
What the fuck?
Why, as a matter of
It is
fact,
Bizarro
Magic
Doxy.
Dave. All right, it's Christmas
Okay, he's
season
alive.
for me.
He's alive.
All right, sorry.
No, but so my point is, like,
yes.
yeah, so like, if a lot of people are not watching the episodes because it's like, hey, the first episode had pig fucking, I don't think I'm going to watch the rest of this.
Well, so I am one of the pig fuckers. No, I am. Oh, sorry. You're in the wrong room. No, I'm one of the people that watched the first episode and I was like, yeah,
Same.
that's not a
Same.
thing I give a shit about. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not because of the pig fucking. It's because like I have no need to be fucking bummed out.
Wait, so you don't like Black Mirror?
I don't like Black Mirror at all.
I love Black Mirror so much, and I have the complete opposite response.
Yeah.
So I watched the first episode, and like as it was going on, I was like, they're not gonna do this. They're not gonna do this. I was like, they're doing
They're
this.
gonna do
They're
this.
doing
See?
this.
See?
What?
Reaction video.
And then they like as it's going on, I'm like. So I didn't realize when I watched the first episode that it was like an anthology series, so like nothing had anything to do with anything else.
Yeah.
So I'm watching it, I'm like, how can you possibly move on from this dude fucking a pig?
Right.
Like what's your next episode? Yeah. Like him apologizing? It doesn't make sense.
Sorry, pig.
But yeah, so before I realized that, I was like, this show has to be either the most amazing show ever, or it's
Dumb
an
as a box of
absolute
rocks.
gutter fuck after this.
Right.
But
I
then
need another beer.
But then I realized it was an anthology type episode or show, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, it doesn't matter.
He was disappointed after that.
No,
Yeah.
I know. I was very happy because I was like, there are very few shows that are better than their initial episode.
Just like
Oh, thanks.
There are
but-
very few shows that are better than their initial episode. And I was like,
You're in the
thank
camera.
God,
Right there,
this is
perfect.
one.
The
I was
stand right
like,
there.
thank God, this is
back
one.
of your coat.
So
Awesome.
that was my
Hi.
initial reaction to Black Mirror, and
Thank you, Bizarro Doxy.
So before we move on, I do have something
Yes.
else to add. Another thing is Netflix is clearly moving towards their own owned content. I mean,
Oh yeah, right.
not even just like buying
They
new
just
scripts,
surpassed.
but renewing
Yeah.
stuff that has been like canceled by other stations.
Uh,
So this is
Lucifer.
you knew exactly what I was talking about.
Got it.
So it seems to me also they want to make sure that they're already taking on a ton of stuff. They're already a joke because people talk about how they just throw money at anyone who gives them an idea.
Wait, people are saying Netflix is a joke?
because they just throw money at anyone who offers them a
Those people are
script.
idiots.
Yeah.
Well,
No, most people are idiots.
Well, okay.
Well, okay. I'm
We'll,
not
we'll,
arguing
we'll,
with
we'll
that.
hear this and we'll come back to Chen's well because
But
I
anyways,
want to hear.
this at least allows them to like figure out what their fan bases want,
Yeah.
so that they can figure out. Because eventually they're gonna have to start like doing a bit more like QA on
Like
what
curating of
exactly
actually what shows they
gets
have and
through,
stuff.
especially if they're gonna keep buying up
wait
stuff.
a minute, aren't they like billions of dollars in debt right now? Like, yeah, like how's the business sustainable?
We will we will get back to this
Yeah,
all this
I
in a second.
understand.
But
Go
anyways,
ahead.
so this
Yeah,
is
right.
also probably a way to see what is bringing in more people, so that they can, because eventually they're in debt. They're gonna have to start being a bit more selective. Right now, they're just doing the shotgun approach, but pretty soon they're gonna have to start tightening it down.
tighten the reins.
So this is psychology gaming. You're gaming.
So we'll get back to your well comment right now. What were you saying?
No, okay. So I don't want to take this too far because it's way not involved in technology, but
Kind of. Well, it's a little
no,
bit.
no, my comment isn't.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is like, okay, so you have like a whole shitload of stand-up comedy on Netflix right now, and not all of it is good. And so like,
True.
I would say 10% of it is good.
yeah, exactly. So you have the shotgun approach to content, but if 10% of it is good, I mean, like, is it really worth the money investing in somebody's stand-up special? Like,
How much stand-up?
Stand-up?
How much stand-up?
I'm saying how much material is it? I mean, 10% of what?
Wait, we can't hear you. Sorry, and it's dead air. Hold on one second. We have a community mic coming up.
okay, cool.
You're saying 10%, but 10% of how much material? I mean, is it tens of thousands of hours, thousands of
So
hours?
Community Mike brings up a good point because there's like 1 billion hours of whatever every second on YouTube or some shit like that, whatever the number was.
Wait,
Yeah.
say it again.
So for every second, there's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of content uploaded.
Right.
So what
Yes.
what Community Mike is asking is 10% of what? 10% of like hours and hours and hours and hours? Doesn't matter.
Yeah. You're saying, is it worth it?
For YouTube, it doesn't matter, but for Netflix, it does matter.
Well, if you're saying, is Netflix worth it? Well, how much material are we talking about? I mean, is they have X amount of hours of good stand-up that you got to find somehow past all the bad stand-up? I don't know.
I mean, yes. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like not everything on Netflix is for you. Just because it's on Netflix.
This movie wasn't made for you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't mean you're gonna enjoy it. Sorry, I don't know if you get it doesn't mean you're gonna enjoy it. But there is something for you on Netflix, and it might not be that movie and or stand up you're watching at the moment.
I actually, sorry, Bizarro Doxy here. I'm gonna have to
Agree with Doxy.
disagree with
Damn
you
it.
in this one. Because I have been using Netflix less and less. I've noticed that a lot of the comedians are now just going straight to YouTube. And the monetization, monetization on YouTube is actually turning out to be pretty good. For them.
Wait, do you mean with podcasts and stuff, or like actual stand-ups?
Actual stand-ups.
Because I've seen no actual stand-ups from like comedians on YouTube.
They're less. I would say they're probably less production value. They're not like HD.
Yeah, they're not like 2 or 3 different camera setups or whatever. It's
Right. It might be somebody with a nice 4K in the corner at a comedy club.
Yeah.
But the production value is pretty good. I mean, they tie into the audio and everything like that, but they're going straight to YouTube. They're just like, fuck it. Because the production costs are like $1,000 to hire a videographer for an hour at a stand-up club than the $100,000 whatever it is for Netflix. And, you reach millions and millions and millions more viewers potentially.
I would say you'll reach an appropriate amount of viewers, but also you have much less overhead. So so it doesn't matter how many you reach. Really.
Joe Rogan just had an episode with one of the guys who was like, he's just doing everything on YouTube,
That
and
was
it's all
Schultz.
free to watch.
Schultz was his last name.
Yeah, I think so.
I remember that. Actually, I just listened to that episode, but yeah.
And I mean that's easy. Like for streaming platforms, like the easiest one to get content on, not just because Netflix is super easy to view content. Like it's like, oh, I want this, click it, boom, I play. But also to get content on. I don't know what the barriers for getting content on Netflix are, but I'm sure it's not just as easy as like, hey Netflix, put my series on your show. It's like there's like
No, but that's the thing is YouTube is that easy.
YouTube is that easy.
You don't
Yes,
ask permission.
yes.
You just here's my
Right.
whatever video.
I really feel like both Prime and YouTube are better at.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, Prime and YouTube are actually better at feeding things that I'm more interested in.
I don't
Because I go in and it's like recommended for you, and I'm like, fuck yes, I'm totally
Amazon
watching
Prime.
And I
brought
go-
to you by Oz.
Okay, so YouTube. So
And
YouTube.
I go to Netflix and it doesn't seem to what is it, like reruns of Dora the Explorer? I mean, there really isn't a lot in there that I'm into.
Well, okay, so YouTube, I definitely agree with.
Netflix used to be amazing for documentaries, for instance.
Sorry, did I
and
say
that is-
Netflix? Did I say YouTube?
You said YouTube.
Okay,
I think.
yes,
Yeah,
go
but
ahead.
Netflix
Sorry, yeah.
has been amazing for documentaries in the past, but that's gotten extremely thin lately.
No, they just
What do you
released.
mean?
They just released an amazing documentary on flat earthers,
Yeah.
Behind the Curve.
Oh yeah, I did watch that one. That was good.
That was fucking crazy.
But that was the
whatever.
first one in 3 months.
So,
that has
well, and I
been
guess
remotely
depending on what
interesting.
kind of documentaries you like, they have something for everyone.
Anything that
Quotation
says
marks.
anything that makes me go, wait, no way, that's crazy.
Well,
I'm into
yes. Fuck. That's. But I don't agree with the Prime stance at all because Prime has the worst curated content of any streaming service, like bar none. Like when I
The
log
Top
on
Gear show was pretty
Really?
good.
on Prime.
I watch a lot
I mean,
more Prime video.
I guess I do a lot of seasons you know, I buy a lot of seasons.
seasons. You buy a lot of like not Prime content, but like shows that you see on Prime and then you buy them.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing. So like I watched like, you know, Curse of Oak Island, Gold Rush.
Okay, so
Like that-
Curse of Oak Island is pretty good.
So
they're actually getting close. I'm like, oh, there's a coin. There's a
might.
coin. I watched
They
4
might.
episodes for 1 coin. It was amazing.
All right,
Yeah.
so what I meant mostly was like shows that are available
a good
with
show.
with your basic streaming package. So like when you buy Amazon Prime, the shows you get with that, and Netflix, the only shows you can get with the Netflix package
Well,
and stuff.
I've watched maybe 2 or 3 shows on Prime, and it's only because I have a Prime membership.
Yeah.
But a Prime membership for delivery has nothing to do with the video. Like, the video and the music was just an add-on service. It's not like I sought out the video. You know what I mean?
No, I-
That's
I
besides
agree
the
with
point.
you. Sorry,
I mean,
Yeah, they Amazon's recommendation is always
Trash,
it's not
not
good.
great. Sorry.
You have to kind of like know what you like and go search it out.
That's
I mean, there's like maybe 5 things that's good on Amazon.
Well, okay, so I
And
will
then
say,
it's not even as good as like Crunchyroll.
oof, oof,
You know,
oof.
to be truthful, I think I find
Holy shit, is that Fozzie as well? Wow, everyone's
creator
coming
of the
back
Fozzie
tonight.
Hour is here.
Sorry.
we as much as I hate to admit it, I'm watching YouTube more and more these days. Like I have subscriptions to like the Binky guys and like the guys building sailboats, guys building airplanes, guys restoring old cars. Like I just love that shit.
I mean, there's nothing to be looked down upon about having YouTube subscriptions, because I mean there is a lot of good and quality content on YouTube that you won't find anywhere else.
Okay.
It's
Well,
just as far as you're right.
But why does Black Mirror make Vern sad?
Oh, so it
Oh,
doesn't.
that's a good question.
It doesn't make me sad. It's just like oh, every episode. Oh, look, we thought technology was going to save us, but it turns out we were wrong, and it's done something terrible. It's like every fucking episode.
Goddamn
Hey,
cats.
Look at this. Well, now that was pretty
well,
good.
now
That was good. That was real good.
was real
no,
good.
but the yeah, it's just like oh, you know, technology's awesome. Oh, but wait, this thing that we didn't think about. Oh, now technology has screwed us all.
So basically, you're anti-Luddite.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But it always makes me like, yeah, they're wrong. Yeah.
So they're wrong.
Yeah,
I know that.
Well,
I mean, no, if it's entertaining to someone else, I'm certainly not saying you shouldn't watch this. It's stupid. It's just not the thing for me.
oh,
Wait, did you just watch the first episode?
I watched the first episode and I heard all the discussion around it. And I was like, oh, that's not a thing I want to do.
And you didn't watch any other episodes?
Have you eaten every cheese?
Yes.
No, you haven't. Fuck you.
Nope.
Sorry, you haven't.
Shit, you've known me for 4 or 5
And you have
years?
not eaten every cheese.
What cheese have I eaten? This is not a cheese podcast. Shit, I've eaten so much goddamn
now.
cheese.
No, the only cheese that I know that you've had was you were force-fed Cheese Whiz. You accidentally ate Parmesan, and that's it.
I've
maybe-
eaten goddamn.
Force fed you cheese.
This is not a cheese podcast. We're
All
not
right,
going to
all
talk
right,
about
all
it.
right, all right.
But I will say, I also ate Swiss cheese. I also ate other cheese. Don't like it. Okay, we're not going to get back into it. That's all I'm going to say is that I don't
That's
like
fair.
it.
That's fair.
I've had-
Well, so that's my point, actually.
I've had multiple kinds of cheese at different points in my life. Don't like it. American craft cheese, the singles, had those too. Fuck them.
This is not a cheese podcast.
This is not a cheese podcast. The last thing I'm going to say about it. Sorry. My whole point was about the viewing order of Love, Death, Robots. That's all I want to talk about. You guys ruined it for me. Thank you.
Well, we can go back.
No, we
It's an
can't.
awesome show.
No, we fucking can't.
No,
It is-
okay, so wait, one quick thing about Love, Death, Robots.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Every single episode I've seen so far has you think it's going this way, but really it's going this way. But I love the triple blind in what is our second episode, the 3 robots.
Oh,
'cause at
whoa. Yeah.
At first you think it's a really serious message about this, and then it's a lighthearted message about that, and then it's not that at all.
Satchel, you would like Black Mirror, dude. Satchel, you would like. It's literally that episode with real characters instead of cartoon robots.
You've got to at least watch the Black Mirror episode where the social
Meow
credit.
Meow Beans.
Hold on.
Sorry.
We
That's community.
have a comment from the audience. It says, "This is now the Greynoise Hour meets Fozzie Hour," which
true.
is a fair assessment.
We just got to get him on the community mic now.
Dear God.
That'll never happen.
Yeah, you got to at least watch the one Black Mirror episode on the social credit system, because I just got back from China and it's legit and it's
Yeah.
scary as fuck.
Yeah. Oh, good. That'll be great. I'll watch something that's scary as fuck and actually real. No thank you. I don't want that.
It's not scary.
It's like a zombie
Don't say
movie,
it's
but
scary.
like
it's
for
not,
real.
It's not scary.
He just said it was scary
No,
as
he
fuck.
said it's scary as fuck.
It's not scary.
No, and actually, this is where we can get back to fucking technology, for fuck's sake.
What?
Sorry for everyone who came for the technology talks. My bad.
No, what I'm saying is, okay, so he's talking about a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah.
Okay, where the premise is real and actually happening right now.
Community did it like 3 years prior, but that's fine.
Meow meow beans.
Meow meow beans.
Okay,
Yeah,
but the
it's
whole
the same
premise of the
thing.
show isn't this futuristic dystopia.
And it's real, and it's scary, and it, yeah.
Did
I
they call
saw
you
it firsthand?
Did they call you Quilo?
No.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Did who call him Quilo?
The
You know, Chinese people.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Wait,
Or Lao Wai. Did they call you Lao Wai?
I don't know.
Okay.
I was speaking
They're,
loudly.
they're
in English.
derogatory terms for white people.
Yeah, it's like gringo.
Ah.
Yeah, gringo, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. At
Probably.
DEF CON we have the Gringo Warrior, or we used to have the Gringo Warrior.
They
That sounds
probably
racist.
did. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway, so no, what I'm saying though is you have a perfect example of, fiction coming to life. I mean, like, think about what Star Trek is. Right?
Still
Sure.
fiction. It's still
Still
fiction.
yes.
Okay.
But parts of it.
Bad example. Fine, bad example. But the point is, well, never mind. We don't fucking.
we will get to that in just a second.
That's it.
Right?
I'm
That's
done.
all right.
I'm done.
Because I feel like we have
I rest.
deviated way from initially what I wanted to talk about, but now
Which
you were
is
talking
It's
about.
your fault.
How is it my
So
fault?
wait a second. Hold on. But before getting back to the topic at hand, actually,
Thank God.
I'm here to help.
Or thank
whatever you
Linus.
like.
Thank Linus, whoever.
Sure.
I don't give a shit.
So here's the thing. Now, we say, oh my, they're looking at all of our thing, they're aggregating our data, and they're using that to do the things and stuff. Okay. I mean, if that ends
For
up
Netflix.
for Netflix, right? If I end up liking the show better, or I want to stick with it, or it's more entertaining to me, do I care?
He brings up a good point.
No, I 100% agree. Because
You
I
know
mean,
what I
like, if they better curate shows to me based on what they've seen me watch before,
Right.
why would they matter with it?
Like, let's say
It's-
that. I'm
Yo,
sorry,
dude.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Can you imagine your like suggested porn videos?
Do
Never
you-
mind.
Wait, do you
Never
not?
mind.
Do you not use Pornhub? There's already suggested porn
I
videos.
mean,
What do you- what do you-
no, that would be weird if
That's
that
I'm
existed.
I'm just just kidding.
Weird.
That was ex-hamster.
I'm not paying attention.
Just kidding. Sorry, that's not what we're talking about.
So, but like,
Definitely
even,
internet related.
even if the thing that's not true about them, like, oh, they're looking at your gender identity and using that to sell you shows or whatever. Okay, and cool.
no,
You know?
I'm on your side.
You know- you know what I'm saying? No, yeah, I'm
like,
not arguing. I'm just like posing.
You guys
to the-
are
to the
agreeing
panel.
so hard right now.
So hard. No,
I agree with you.
no. I
Fucking agree with you.
because like
Yeah.
my main thing is like if you want to take what I've already watched, which is 1,000 episodes of The Office, plus a little bit of Russian Doll, plus a little bit of whatever else is on there, and curate an episode to me that like, oh, he will definitely keep watching if we show him this episode first.
Right.
By all means, do it.
Somehow the
I've-
algorithm is going to pull up cheese recipes.
I trust the yogurt.
I will beat you with this table.
Okay, last community mic before, dear God, let's move on to another subject. Go
But
ahead.
that's not the concern. The concern isn't that somebody will give you more of what you want. The problem is that people will use it to profile in an unexpected way. Like arugula salad is preferred by Democrats. So
I do
at
lo-
some
I do
point
love an
when
arugula
somebody
salad.
decides that they want to target somebody for some form of discrimination, it's just done.
Let's get those arugula eaters.
That's me.
Like-
Wait, don't
like-
come for me.
Well, but that's the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
It's because once they realize that there is a tangential correlation, even if there's no causation, then they can start targeting in ways that have nothing to do with giving you what you want, and it's in ways that you'll never be able to hide, right? Like, do you hide your food preferences? No,
Right.
because I
why
want to
would
eat
you?
it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that it goes back to the cheese thing, but okay.
So
Right.
and if you pay for that with a credit card, it's already stored. That
Yes.
kind of goes back to my whole post-security thing.
No.
Oh well, no. just the
Credit
amount of
cards are different.
transaction is. You're right.
The credit cards, as I understand it, they don't have specific item transaction data. They just have
But
they
if
just
they
know
s-
that you went to this store
If they see
and you
Wiener
spent this
Schnitzel
amount.
a lot, they know I like hot dogs.
Well, you
No,
like
not
something
true.
about hot dogs.
Not true, and here's why. Doxy. He will go to a burger place and order chicken. He'll go to a chicken place and order a burger.
Okay, well,
serious.
hold on. Here's the thing.
It's not profiling.
Well, but the very fact that you're singling out proves that he's the exception to that rule.
Don't talk about my eating habits to people.
These what? What were you about to say? Oh, shit.
I was about to get real vulgar. Don't talk about my eating habits to people, okay? I just like what I like. If I go to a taco place, I want a burger. I want a burger, okay? No big deal.
He doesn't know about the bag.
Well, we will talk about it after Magic Dave. We'll see it after the show. It's an amazing shirt. It's fine. Zenify got it for me for Christmas. It's totally fine.
And he has to wear it for 52 weeks, but go ahead.
Or I dye my hair. That's totally fine. Anyways.
Say the thing. Say the thing.
Yeah, say the thing.
What thing?
Just the thing you were trying to say before everybody started talking about your fucking hair.
No, I agree with, again, weirdly enough, I agree with Satchel. Like I am the outlier on these things. Like, just because you buy something at a place doesn't mean that you're not going to be a person. Oh wait, no, you said that. You're not going to be a person getting those things at that place.
He was the one who said you were the outlier.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is that if I go to Arby's a lot, it's a pretty safe bet that I like roast beef and bad food. It's if I'm going to McDonald's a lot, it's probably not for the salad. You know what I mean? Like, you can kind of say, okay, this guy goes to McDonald's, Sonic, and Arby's,
and he's in great health.
Definitely eats meat.
Yeah, and he's in great health.
Well,
and I am in great health. Thank you very much.
I wasn't talking about you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I feel
like we're attacking
I'm
me.
not.
I feel like we're attacking me.
Okay.
All right. No. But I didn't know about the profiles on the credit cards and stuff, which is actually news to me. I didn't know about that. It's something I've not thought about.
But what Fozzie was saying, and keep me honest, but they don't store detailed information. But what I'm saying is
they just say that you've made a $50 purchase at store A.
Exactly.
And Zenwolf just said getting your receipt mailed to you gives more information about you, because now they have I'm assuming they have your email address as well, along with the purchases that you've made.
Sure.
So
there's also stores now that are setting up their pricing structure so that if you can look at the amount that was charged, you can figure out what they bought.
Interesting. So if
prices are prime numbers and they're not all the same.
Yeah. So like if the total cost of your purchase is like $100, they're like, he had to buy this, and this to get to that total.
Yeah,
amount.
except it'll be like $14.38.
Right.
It's like some random.
It's some specific amount, but they were like, oh, this person bought this much worth of goods.
Yeah.
Like, we know they bought this. They bought this. They bought this.
If you think about it, it's easy to figure out, right? So you can say, like, if you sell a cheeseburger, a hamburger, and like a Big Mac, right? And there are these prices, and they're all different.
Yes.
And you can take a total, and it doesn't take very long, way less than a second, for a computer to figure out that you bought 2 cheeseburgers and a hamburger, because that's the only way for the available prices to add up to that total plus tax. Yeah.
Man, I can't even order fucking hamburgers.
The fast food places don't do it, but like retail stores.
But I mean, it's only a matter of time until they start doing it.
Right.
To get prices schemes on the customers and stuff.
And things like Target Red Card or whatever, that's specifically just to track what you buy.
That would be very useful in certain areas to be like, oh, like what is our most bought items? Like they can be like, these customers bought these things, and we know.
I get weird looks by Target employees when I, turn down their offer to get a red card.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, you want a red card? I was like, actually, no. And they're like, what? What's wrong with this motherfucker?
Really?
Yeah, they give me these weird looks. Like, really?
I've never bought a Target red card.
They're like, you don't want to save 5% on your bill?
No,
I was like,
I haven't been offered a Target red card in like the last 10 years.
Maybe they stopped. I don't know.
No, they offer me every time.
Me
I'm that snooty asshole that says my privacy is worth more than anything you're ever going to give me for it.
Interesting.
That's pretty sweet.
Oh, you say that every time they offer you a red card?
Yeah, and they're like, all right, Dick. I'm like, later.
You say, my name is Grayson, and then you leave.
Yeah, it's Dave, not Dick. But okay, I know Satchel, so, I'll give you his number.
It's Richard to you, sir.
Take your pick.
All right.
Anyway,
are we cool with this?
Well, so actually, I mean, that does kind of bring us to that other article that we had talked about.
Oh, yeah, the Facebook, right?
Yeah. No, the other one.
Oh, what other one?
The really crappy one.
Oh, yeah.
Or are we passing that one up?
No, okay.
Well,
let's talk about this crappy shit.
Talk about just because of
Okay,
that.
yeah, now we were actually kind of thinking about like not talking about this article, but because of the nature of the discussion, yeah, I agree with Satchel. So here's the thing. It's actually a listener of ours, Zen Wolf, who posted this article in chat about, it was an academic person, I forgot his name, something, looked like a Russian name, I don't know. But he was talking about how security doesn't matter anymore. like it doesn't matter. It never really did.
The
Yeah, it
thing
was
you
a big
said-
PDF,
right,
18 page.
the one I said I wasn't gonna read.
Yeah, and you're right.
You made the right decision, by the way.
You did, because we did read, and you voiced over it,
I
which
did.
was, that was really good, actually.
thank you.
So,
Thank you very much.
but the point is, he was talking about how, okay, so, and he was using certain, I think, spot-checked examples, but we can get into it. So he was talking about how security isn't really that important because, like, you have still, like, vulnerabilities, as an example he was using. You have vulnerabilities in, like, Linux that are 30 years old that are only now being discovered. And the only reason why they're now being discovered is because, let's say, you have more eyes on the prize, right? Let's say. So if you didn't have this security profession or this security industry and not everybody was looking for these holes and vulnerabilities, would it still fucking matter? Now, obviously, everybody in this room, at least everybody who has already commented on the subject matter in this room, we strongly disagree with this person because if the professional is not looking at it, obviously, or not so obviously, the bad guys still are. Like, just because you're not finding ways to skim and scam credit cards doesn't mean that the bad guys are not. And that's the point, that's a big point that I think this article is missing, is that just because an academic is not looking at these security holes does not mean that people who are trying to game the system for financial benefit, for whatever benefit, is not doing what you suggest that we do not do.
Absolutely, and I feel like that's why red team is like a losing race. Like you're always playing. Sorry,
Blue team.
Blue team is like a losing race because you're always playing catch up to the red team because like the red team is just knocking on every fucking door. Like anything that may be a vulnerability, they're like, "Is this it? Is this it? Is this it?" And you're just like, "What could they possibly infect that would corrupt me and or the organization?"
Yeah, blue
I'm
team
protecting.
has to do everything, while
Blue-
red team just has to be successful.
Find that one hole.
Blue team is picking like up everything, and like there may be a whole red team finds that blue team hasn't even thought about, and they're like, "Shit!" And then the red team's fucking going around. There's a ton of stuff, and like that's a really stupid hypothesis to be like, "Oh, if we didn't care so much, it wouldn't be such a big deal." That's really dumb.
Yeah, when I read this, I was like, man, I really hope that's not how I sound when I talk about being post security, because this guy is totally fucking wrong.
You said post security a lot.
No,
today.
but he
I
was,
did.
But okay, so
And I can explain, but go ahead.
The difference between you and him is that like you don't argue to that radical point.
Yes.
Like to the point where you're like, fuck it, everything doesn't matter, everything's on fire. Let's just like this guy's basically arguing we should fucking be using Telnet again, essentially.
So
Oh, wait, do we not use Telnet anymore?
Oh, we sighed so hard.
the distinction between the two that I see is this guy is saying cybersecurity is not very important, so fuck your credit card numbers. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying is
He sounds like Adam Ruins Everything.
I love that.
that's a good show.
It's a good show. This
really
guy's
good
not
show.
like Adam Ruins everything.
No.
Played
he's
Overwatch
not.
with him.
Because
Yeah.
he,
So
did you
I'll tell you about that.
We're
later.
gonna talk afterwards. That's super interesting.
the difference is this guy's saying, fuck your credit card, store your Facebook passwords in plain text.
Right,
Who
and-
gives a shit? What I'm saying is that they're gonna figure out a way to find out whether or not you bought diapers at Target. They're gonna find out marketing information. That's going to happen. At some point, they're gonna have a partnership with whatever bank you use, and they're gonna know. So I mean, for years and years and years, I didn't get the shopper's card, and I didn't get the gas card, and I didn't get the blah 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 blah. They're gonna know.
Right. So with this article, and again, everybody, it was like Monday or Tuesday morning. It was earlier in the week. We literally spent the morning ripping the article apart.
That was
that was kind of funny, but it was something that we kind of all agreed on. it was cool.
Yeah.
But the point is, so this guy, like I was saying, he was basically arguing security doesn't fucking matter. We should all be using Telnet again because who gives a fuck, right? Because and it's just something that we completely disagree with.
Vic's gonna tear me apart.
Yeah, community mic.
He's gonna beat me up.
No, actually, I agree with a lot of your points. The point isn't that the people who are trying to provide you with services know what services you desire.
Yes.
Is your point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say one more time. I want to make
Is
sure.
that the people trying to provide you with services should know what services you want.
Should or shouldn't doesn't matter. They're gonna know.
Right.
And
right,
so is
right.
the government, which I think is where you're going.
If you engage with a service provider, they're going to try to figure out how they can sell you more services.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty much known. It's kind of like I want Google Maps to be able to tell me the best route to wherever I'm going based on traffic history.
Yeah.
Right.
The best route to get to work.
Right. Exactly.
So it's
or
gonna
like,
know where I
hey,
work.
this morning I got to go a different way because there's something stupid in the way. Right. So that kind of data is one thing. But who controls this data? Who has access to this data? Because knowing what it is that you are going to buy or what you've done is a weapon.
Sure.
And that's the problem. Is
They already have it. They own
sure.
the lines.
Well, the people that you want to engage with have it and are required to engage with. The government already have this information. It's the people that you don't want to engage with is where you need to draw that line.
And that aren't the government?
Aren't the government.
Then we agree.
Aren't the government. Aren't the companies that you engage with.
Yeah.
They use it as a weapon.
Now I see where you're going, and I agree. Yes.
And that's where we have to where do we want that security at?
Yeah.
And where we want it is that I don't need Amazon telling anybody else what that information is. And that's where I need the security that, yes, I will do business with you, but I need to be able to have very narrow scope of how we share information.
Isn't that's kind of what the UK did, isn't it?
It's the EU has
The
a
EU,
ha-
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's along those lines. And so it's not that privacy is dead. It's like we should be able to decide who it is we engage with and share this information.
We should.
Right.
But we don't.
Right. We don't. And that's a huge problem. It's
Yeah.
just like this guy who got onto an AWS server channel.
Oz.
That's right.
Yeah.
This motherfucker over here.
It stands for Oz.
He literally, and I like Doxy's analogy that he burned it down because it really is
Did I
digital
say that?
arson.
Shit, I
Is
said
what
something
he
smart.
committed was digital arson.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, and it's okay. Like if you're a bookseller, but what if you burn down the wrong place that's got a lot of responsibility? And there's a lot of every one of us have tripped over simple things that's led to like far more important things.
Right. Right.
And,
I did that today.
right. And so that's what we have to guard
We're talking
against.
about
It's-
literal
like
keeping?
if we're
I mean-
if we're talking about like who has our data, we know where it is. Of when cash cards first came out, a friend of mine was like, "Don't do that. They'll know what you buy." I says, "Yeah, I want them to know that I buy bread and I buy gasoline and I go here and I buy a movie and I do these things. I want that. It's an alibi,
What are you talking about? Debit cards, right?
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's an alibi. Look how normal it is. He
And that's
buys
what I
everything
say.
that everybody else does.
That's when I say, hey Satchel, can you buy these trash bags, rubber gloves, and rope from Amazon with your card for me?
Is that what that was for?
right, but
The box of condoms was the weird part. I didn't understand that at all.
you'll
Sorry.
see.
You'll see. It'll make sense soon.
No, but I get your point though. Like,
Right,
yeah.
right, and so having a digital trail with service providers or anyone you do business with is beneficial for you and them. And if they can get rid of 15 Amazon shows I don't like because nobody's watching them,
Right. Yeah.
don't waste my time. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, good point. Good
Yeah.
point.
So data services is a huge boon to every one of us, and we've all benefited from it in the last 10 years.
Absolutely.
And
And on top of this, though, like, I don't think any of us would be in the industry if we didn't feel like it was important. So I think that is another thing that really.
it paid well.
Well, yes, it pays well, but initially, we thought the technology was fun, like fun to play with. But two, if we didn't feel the industry to be important, we wouldn't really be in it, regardless of the money. Like I am not going to be a good doctor, so I won't be a doctor. But maybe
There's
I'll
a
be.
show like that, isn't there?
What?
There's an Amazon show about that.
The Good Doctor.
Is there? I don't know.
No.
My point, though, is I just feel like this essay was woefully misplaced.
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah,
And I would agree. I would agree.
An unimaginative academic is what I would put that.
I would go along with that. Yeah.
That's a very nice way of putting it.
This is the type of MFer that I don't know why I said MFer.
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, yo,
We can-
now
we can-
you're
we
gonna
can-
censor?
Yeah, I don't
we
know.
can curse here, Ockers.
I know.
He's a mofo.
That mofo, that farging ice hole.
Oh, wait, today you introduced yourself as Mike Cockers.
Yeah, I did. I don't know.
That's why I said Ockers.
Yeah, who cares?
Oh,
I had a different name every week for several months. Anyway, so what the fuck?
Oh, shit.
Sounds like it's time for the lightning round.
It sounds like it's
damn
time
it.
for the lightning round.
I had a point.
All right. Shin,
Fuck it.
Jesus Christ. So, for those of you who do
I just
not...
want to say, before you say that, I didn't mean for this topic to take over the entire period. I just want to talk about Love, Death, and Robots for 30 seconds.
Every time you come in with just a single
it
topic,
was such an innocuous,
You do it
innocent
every
No, it
thing.
was really good. I thought.
I just wanted to talk about Love, Death, and Robots for a little bit because I really like the show. Chin's watching it for to validate how good the show
he
is.
watching it, though?
Chin is.
I'm watching it. We had a
actually.
discussion about it.
Chin is actually watching the show to validate how good it is, and I don't want to talk about the whole. I don't want to take up the whole time, but like, you know what? When it's good, it's good. And that's
Okay,
what I say.
well,
all right,
It worked. Yeah.
Some of the articles that I wanted to talk about are in the lightning round, so let's get to it, right?
Perfect.
Fair?
all right. Now do your spill.
Okay, so for those of you who do not know what the lightning round is, today, finally, you'll find out.
Was that Bill Cosby?
Oh, no.
Let
It is
the
not.
dark come
No. We have a story. We have a story about that at B-sides. Or no, sorry, Sky Talks. Anyway. No. We gotta stop that. We gotta stop that. All right. So, for those of you who do not know what the lightning round is, we are going to go to tonight, for instance, thehackernews.com, and we are going to give our tweet's length of an opinion on these articles that we see here. Now, sometimes they're clickbaity. We try to find those before we read those out loud, but we'll see. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, so Doxy's going to go first. Remember, we want to tell you where you might want to look, but we don't want to tell you exactly how to think, just very close to it. All right, first article. Nope.
Skip the first one.
Yeah, I was going to say. When it said, get 4 essential, da-da-da. Nope, fuck that. All right, next one. Medtronic's, why am I reading this? Medtronic's implantable defibrillators vulnerable to life-threatening hacks.
That's so. I mean, it's not surprising that it's vulnerable to hacking, but it's like this is such like a movie tier thing where it's like I'm gonna hack your pacemaker to like get you to do something I want you to do. It's like the movies in real life.
I mean, it was happening to. I mean, it was a political official that it was happening to.
Yeah.
Oh, I think.
I got a hashtag before Satchel could get to it.
Do you need a towel?
No, shut up. No. I got a hashtag before Satchel can get to it.
Here we go.
Hashtag talk about a broken heart.
Okay, we're done with you, Chet. If you want to leave,
All right, go
If
ahead.
you want to go outside,
Tweets like of an opinion.
Well, you see, it
God
takes the
damn it.
defibrillator, and it's the thing that makes your heart beat, and then do the ticky-tacky on the computer, and then you die.
Both of you can leave.
Sorry.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
think
no,
we had. Oh
no,
my God,
no,
we had
no.
applause from the audience. Holy shit.
I do not deserve any of that.
No, maybe you
thank
do.
you.
Or no, that was probably for
Thank you.
Doxy.
Don't give him a thumbs
Okay,
up.
good.
All right, next one. Here we go. Microsoft announces Windows Defender ATP antivirus for Mac.
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
you know what? Windows Defender has done very well.
No. Yeah, I know.
Windows Defender is a very good. Like surprisingly, Windows Defender is actually a very good product. And I mean, I'm.
They've been getting owned so long that they know what to look
They're
for.
like, well, shit. Let's do it the other way. And I'm actually not excited, but I'm curious about what they're going to do for Macs. Because I've always used Malwarebytes, but moving on.
I still don't believe it.
No, I'm just saying, like, they've been owned so many times that, like, now they know what to look for.
Yeah, I would go along with that. And I guess Apple should be happy that they're selling enough things to be worth attacking. Not to be worth attacking. They're selling enough things to be a bigger target.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be like that security guy, that academic.
Which one?
Oh, we have a cutie.
Oh, shit. Here it comes.
Or they've added too many layers of abstraction to the point where they don't understand their entire security model, and now they're vulnerable. That's the problem that Microsoft had with Windows.
Also a
Also-
possibility.
Also fair.
Yeah.
And you should read the article for more information. And
you
also
go.
research.
All
do some
right.
research.
That's my tweet length bullshit.
I think this is the lightning round. All right, next article here. Facebook mistakenly stored millions of users' passwords in plain text.
If you're not watching the episode, I'm doing quotations.
Good.
Mistakenly stored. Right. That's all I have to say.
Some probably just
Why would they do that on purpose?
Why would they do it on purpose? Who knows?
Probably not on purpose. Just fucking some lazy,
It's probably a lazy
Why-
engineer.
dude in
Why-
a shark
but-
costume.
Yeah,
replacing
fucking ain't
someone.
nobody gonna be looking.
Honestly, I feel like it was something that was like that from like a legacy code, like a long time ago. We'll find a better way to do this later, and then later never came because they got so busy with like scaling too fast. And they were like, "Hey, remember John's script from 6 years ago? Do we
he
fix?
doesn't even work here anymore.
Do we fix that?" They're like, "No, fuck. We'll get to that." 6 more years go by, and they're like, "Oh fuck." And now here we
And
are.
now here we are talking about it.
Yeah.
So then my response would be I would actually respond to his tweet by saying hashtag there's no such thing as temporary.
Everything is temporary. I would say that.
All right, next article. Next article.
Wait. We have one community mic real quick.
God damn it.
It's
go ahead.
actually an insanely hard problem to solve because
Plain text passwords?
It's a logging problem, and the logging there's
They should see a doctor.
you have to be paying attention to the specific things that you're concerned about. And so you have to figure out, oh, this is a password, this is a social security number, and so it's not like they had a line of code that said log all passwords here. It's almost always in every single web app you've ever seen, they're logging your password when you log in, and your credit card number and everything else.
And if you want to talk more about it, you can come to the Sun Shop and talk with Fozzie about it, the man himself.
I like your hair. Okay,
Stop it. Next
Sorry.
one.
Next one. New mage cart attacks targets bedding retails, My Pillow, and Amerisleep.
Now I can't even buy fucking pillows without getting hacked.
I mean,
Jesus, dude. Jesus. I just want to go to sleep and I can't even. Okay.
You go through so many pillows.
Why do I have so many pillows?
He has a lot of pillow fights.
Because
Why do I need to have a computer to get a pillow? That
I
doesn't make any
sleep
sense.
rough and I want to know my pillows are up to quality. Okay, that's all. That's it. That's it.
I don't want to use the internet. I just want to sleep.
I just want to sleep. All right.
What's the deal with using the internet?
that was it.
Next.
Okay. All right, next one. Putty releases important software update that patches 8 high security flaws.
I actually don't know why anyone would be using Putty now that the DOS has SSH built into
Did you
it.
say the DOS?
The DOS.
Look here.
That's what they called
Look
me in
here.
high school.
Look here. Look here.
The
What I meant was command prompt. When I said the DOS. When
Dude,
I said the DOS.
We need that on a t-shirt. The DOS.
I mean,
I don't like GUIs, so I'm going to try the DOS.
When I said DOS with a command prompt. I don't know why you use Putty when you have
Wait,
the
first
command
of
prompt.
all, when did DOS die? Like 2001 or something like that? Like,
Fuck this.
All right. I'm old. I'm sorry. Okay? My bad.
all right, last
Command
for
prompt
fuck's
has SSH built in. Go fuck yourselves.
sake, last article. All right, here we go. Google will prompt European Android users to select preferred default browser.
I couldn't care less about
Yeah,
this.
I don't give a
I don't know what this article is telling me, but I don't care about this at all.
I mean,
oh, so it's on Android. So it's on the phones. It's like, hey, you don't have to use Chrome. Basically, is where they're going with that. Basically,
Firefox,
to not,
Opera,
to not railroad
Edge,
people into
and
Chrome.
that Samsung
so like when you
browser.
have it, does it do? Wait, my only question now is, does it do the same thing for iPhones? Because if it doesn't, that's bullshit.
It here only says European Android users.
That's bullshit. Well, also
Well, they were probably targeting them specifically. I don't know. In this particular one, there's probably a
Most
law in the
iPhone
books.
users aren't going to download another
they
browser
can't.
app.
They can't download. They can't. iPhone users can't download another default browser.
Yeah, so
which is bullshit.
Most of them will just use Safari anyways because it's
Yeah.
like, no, it's fucking there.
And all right, that's all I have to say about that. iPhones are bullshit.
I mean, to me, that's another example of a technical problem that eventually becomes a legislative problem.
Oh God. And
All
with
right.
that,
All right, so as you can see, we have stumbled our way, limped our way, and crawled our way to the end of the lightning round.
It wasn't that bad.
it wasn't that bad.
I mean, come on.
We have run out of time.
That should be on our shirts. Greynoise. It's not that bad.
Holy shit, we got a lot of laughter out of the audience on that one.
We should so do that.
All
I'm
right.
not even joking.
We've run out of time, as you can see. Never had a shit to say.
Nope.
So please join us again next week, like every Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Where maybe next week we'll all be here again. Go to remember the address is 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in Henderson, Nevada. This is the Sin Shop, the Las Vegas Valley Hackerspace. Go to sinshop.org for information on the hackerspace and what we do here. And go to meetup.com/sinshop for the classes and the stuff coming up. And
The things with the
and the
stuff.
things and the stuff.
the
and
Jello pudding pops.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, sorry.
And for information on us and for Zenify, I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen
Why
you all
is
day.
he special?
I don't know. Never mind. I don't know where I was going with
He
that. Anyway,
is special.
go to Greynoise for us. Go to
Come on.
GREYNOI.se. We don't talk shit about Sweden, so we can still use that domain, obviously. And remember, go to discord.com. No, go to our site.
Oh boy.
Go to
Fuck it.
oursite.com.
Go to our site, oursite.com.
Get on that internet and call it.
Go to Greynoise, GREYNOI.se/discord. Join the chat. Talk with us. We're here all week. Not here, but here in the ether.
I'm here all week.
God damn it. Anyway, my name is Master Shed.
This is Doxy.
This is Zenitha.
And I'm Richard Satchel.
Good night.
Why aren't you Mike Hawkins?
Everybody.
I'm also Mike Ockert.
Also, Mike Hawkins.
I'm so mad.
I-